Hey fellas, Byakko once again, and it's time for, you guessed it, another of Byakko's vlogs. I got a couple things to talk about. First, I want to talk about some bad news. You all know about Futurama? Well, guess what? It got canceled. Again. I am not making this up. I've heard this news back in April, but not to worry. Once they're done with the second half of Season 7, the show will have to find a new network. I've also have some other bad news. The Sailor Moon 2013 anime was delayed. Why? Because there was no further information, which is what I heard from Darkscream217 when he did a review on the codename Sailor V manga. But I do have some good news. You folks know Wreck-It Ralph? Guess what? I've watched it. For the first time, I finally had the chance to watch that movie, not on DVD or Blu-ray. It was on DirecTV. Seen it 5 times and it wasn't that good, but it was alright though. What I liked about that film was a lot of video game characters that we know appear out of nowhere. That was actually pretty cool. Next, I have revisited an old animated series from my childhood, and which show, you ask? Well, it's none other than The Toxic Crusaders. I have not seen this series when I was 7 in 1991. It is an environmental cartoon just like Captain Planet and the Planeteers. This show is based on the R-rated film The Toxic Avenger, which was aimed for adults, while the animated series was aimed for young viewers. It was very fun to watch. What else? I hope you guys had a nice Memorial's Day, and as for mine, I just stayed home, didn't go anywhere. That's about it. Just had some hot diggity dogs, hamburgers, and bratwurst. Now before I end this vlog, I want to talk about a few more stuff. First off, I had such an awesome weekend around both the 11th and 25th of Saturday. On the 11th of Saturday, I went to this place called Zia, where you can buy old stuff and new ones as well, such as records, video cassettes, VHS tapes, DVDs, old video games, etc. You can also sell or trade things, which I've never tried before because it was my first time going there. But I managed to pick up a couple of things like a few DVDs, and after that we had lunch at Barrow's Pizza, which I haven't had for a long time since I was 14. I had 2 sausage pizzas, except I added some extra toppings for myself, like crumbled bacon, ham cubes, pineapples, pepperonis, shredded mozzarella, red onions, green peppers, and olives. And that, my friends, is a lot of toppings. And on the 25th of Saturday, I went to the mall and saw a place that sells anime called All for Anime. Saw a ton of anime stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Ranma 1/2, Yu Yu Hakusho, etc. But sadly, I couldn't afford to buy them. However, I did at least bought a game for the Nintendo Wii at Zia. Yeah, I went there twice. And I bought this. That's right, my friends. Sonic Colors. I have finally bought this game, and I had the chance to play it during my weekend. And what do I think of it? It was a great Sonic game next to Generations. Well, this totally ends another installment of my vlog, but before I go, I have something to show you. You see that, folks? I'm almost close to 200 subscribers, and once I do hit 200 subs, I will be coming out with a special review. So until then, this has been Byakko, and in the words of Big L2K6 and Darks Nova, over and out.